as warm here almost, but I'm going to have it again because that's what I do. And yeah, fold a couple of towels or whatever. Just so I better get on. I haven't been on live much lately. I'm going to try and start uploading videos or different stuff, you know, I don't know. Or do, I guess, doing stuff on the live, moving around a bit, but it's warm. But yeah, so I thought I'd better get on here. It's been 6 to 7 days. So yeah, hello, beautiful people. Might just be a 20-minute stream or so. Hit that like, thank you, brother or sister. Hit subscribe if you haven't already. It's so beautiful. Say hello and touch base with the beautiful creatures of YouTube. Hope you're all going well. I don't see the old regulars anymore, Gilly and out of bounds now. I don't know what I can do with some of the old Australian viewers. But anyway, I don't know about not seeing me on here as often and once I get something. Yeah, as I say, hit like, hit subscribe, so more. I'm not on here all the time as I was, but you know, we're still pretty regular on here compared to some people. Some people don't live stream for 6 months or something, you know. I'm still pretty regular. So hello. Hit like, hit subscribe, say hello to each other if there's more than one on here at some point. How are we? Morning, afternoon in Australia. Sort of late afternoon, it feels the middle of the day, it's damn hot. 32, 35 degrees Celsius. So you might do a 15-minute or so stream, beautiful people, 15, 18 minutes, something like that. Then I'll get myself organised in what I'm doing properly. I'm still all going to do it in front of you guys, but, you know, just organise the mind and focus. But, you know, I wanted to get on here and say hello, and it's getting me motivated to fold some towels or do whatever, you know. I'm not sure. I can't really think. Not that I wouldn't think of dumb ideas, but yeah, who knows? Going to work, that's dumb, isn't it? Sometimes, yeah, it's something I've got to do. And if you like going to work, I like being out there with the public sometimes, and it's not that dumb. It's just sometimes you think, what am I doing? But relying on it completely could be silly sometimes, commission. But yeah, I don't know. What's dumb? Just dumb is not doing things, isn't it? Sometimes just procrastinating or just forgetting, just forget to do things, you know. The brain's not focused, I didn't turn the light off or whatever, you know. It's not doing things often, unless you're going to go and do something really dangerous or stupid, which at 47 I don't really worry about doing too many silly things. But it's what you don't do. What you don't do, I think, is what the problem is. Just get out there and do it, people. Get out there and do it. Or at least, you know, maybe write shit down or think about what you might do, even if you don't do it for 5 years, you know. Just do, whatever. So not doing is the most stupidest thing I do, which I do daily. Yeah. Well, yeah. shit on the bench and whatever, you know. Haven't tidied up as much as I could do, but, you know, we get there. It's all work in progress, people. So, yeah, how you all going anyway on this warm Thursday afternoon? Warm here anyway. Oh, yeah, cool. Security guard. I haven't got any funny bounce. I've never been a bouncer. I'm a cab driver, I guess, similar. I have seen things over the years of bouncers and probably throwing people downstairs and stuff, but I mean, that's not really allowed, is it? So I can't remember where those things happen, but whether that's funny or not, it all depends on how bad the people have been. But it's a bit hard, that sort of stuff now, because of cameras and that, but I haven't been in security. I'm just things I've seen in clubs and that, but yeah, I don't know if that's so much funny or just something that had to be done at the time, you know. But yeah. Who knows, maybe I've had security in the cab that have done fun again. Anyway, you can't always talk out of school about what people did or said. You don't want to get people into trouble. But yeah, I respect to security if they're doing a good job, you know. I wouldn't mind security at one point, maybe more crowd control one day. I'm not really interested in. I don't think people should steal, but I can understand that happens because it's getting hard for people to live, so I'm not interested. I wouldn't be interested in being like in a shopping centre and calling the police on people because they take a chocolate bar or something. Not my problem. But I can understand people doing bouncer work or crowd control, you know, because you've got to stop people in busy environments doing dangerous things. I think people doing crowd control and security work in hotels and stuff, they're an asset to society if they're doing the job correctly. Yeah. But yeah, she's warm, people. I think it's about 32 degrees. Although it might be hotter. When I was driving around, it was saying 35. And yeah, so I don't know. That's Celsius, people. It's Celsius. So they're not that far off 100 degrees Fahrenheit. Probably about 90. Anyway, hit like, hit subscribe, say hello to each other, say where you're from if you wish. I don't want to give down the address, but I say, oh, I'm from North America, I'm from Antarctica, wherever, you know, what part of the world. Yeah, keep people safe and see fun events. Yeah, well, that's one advantage of it, isn't it? Because a friend of mine, actually a very good friend, he was my martial arts instructor for many years, ended up getting cancer, unfortunately. Yeah, he used to, when he worked security in a, what they call an RSL club here, like club, it's not only for ex-soldiers, but that was the point of it back in the day, Return Services Club. But anyway, he was a bouncer security there, and yeah, he said that was one advantage. The bands would come through, and you get to see the bands and the comedy acts, you know, and you wouldn't be paying, yeah. Yeah, no, well, that's right. I agree with you. I can't see you. kaleidoscopic. Yeah, I agree with you. That's the same here. I was even thinking about doing maybe a bit of security type training overseas, only because it'd be cheap. You wouldn't be able to use it here, I don't think, as officially, but just get in the training and mingle with the people, like a bit of bodyguard training over in the Philippines or something, and then you have the bit of the knowledge because they wouldn't charge much over there. And getting to know the people there because they're cool with security people and that, men and women. Some of the women are the coolest guards, and they say, oh, women can't fight, women can't do this. But if it comes down to it and they got to really stop someone, a woman can focus more. But yeah, I wouldn't mind going and doing some training like that just to get the feel of it, and then maybe in 5 years or so, pay for that sort of level of training again in Australia, because it'd be a lot more expensive in Australia, you know. As I said, you do it overseas, it probably wouldn't qualify here, but it's just getting the feel and the hard feel, you know. They get you rolling around in dirt, getting the feel uncomfortable and testing yourself, a little bit like a short army course, I guess, testing the old brain, nervous system. Because the world's getting so dangerous for, like, the thing that happened. I'm not going to go in about it because people are still mourning and everything, but the thing that happened on the weekend in Sydney, I think for good people, security type training, army type training, I think it's necessary. I think apart from the discipline, it just, I think it can prepare people a little bit more for these tragedies, you know. I don't know where I'd have a cuppa. I don't know. I've been to all different places. I want to be back in the Philippines. I always want to be in the Philippines. So I wouldn't mind getting over there for a cuppa. Although sometimes I find it hard to buy good cups of tea. They get confused because it's hot, or they want to make it cold. Oh, no, just put boiling water. No, we don't. But yeah, it depends where you go. Usually the motels I stay, they'll make me a cup of tea and that. But yeah, I'd like to be in the Philippines again, which I probably will be soon, and having a cup of tea for breakfast or whatever. But I don't know about Sydney. If I was in Sydney having one, maybe just down in the harbour watching the water or something, I don't know. It's more about who you're around though, isn't it? Like, there's a lot of, I don't know, some good people around Sydney Harbour. There's a lot of pretentious. Nothing against people with money. I mean, good luck to them. We've got to strive. But some people, it goes their head. So I don't know. I get just a little laid-back cafe. But at the same time, a warm day like today, if you're somewhere like Sydney or Brisbane or wherever, could be New York, not going to be the same weather. But yeah, sitting back on the river, having your cup of tea or hot chocolate or whatever. But yeah, I'd like to be in the Philippines having it. Yeah, I hear about Thailand a lot. I haven't been to Thailand yet either. I think Thailand's cool too, but the funny thing is a lot of people criticise, not you, but a lot of people criticise the Philippines because they just haven't heard of it. I mean, it's dangerous, it's this. I can't speak for Thailand, so I'm not going to start criticising Thailand. To me, some of Thailand looks a bit more party, depending on where you are in Bangkok. I'm only going by videos. But I always people a lot of the ones that live in Thailand, the Westerners, not the Thais, the Westerners, as soon as you mention Philippines, we hate Philippines. They haven't even been to the Philippines. And, it's dirty, it's dangerous, it's this, it's that. It depends where you go and what you do, the same as it would in Thailand. But it's just funny. It's just funny how a lot of people, they go to one part of Southeast Asia and then they all criticise the other part. And at the moment, they're all freaking out about the Philippines. They all think they're going to get arrested for every little thing they do, and every single person's out to get them. So they're all saying, I've got to move to Thailand, I've got to move to Vietnam. But yeah, Thailand would be beautiful. But yeah, it just makes me funny how so many of these old Western guys, they go over the Philippines, but then they want it to be the same as America or the same as Russia or Australia or wherever they come from, and then they just think if they leave the Philippines and go to another country, it's going to be so much better, so much cheaper. But I don't know. I don't know how the baht and the, whatever Indian rupee or whatever compares with other countries. But when I look at the comparisons to the motels and that places I stay in, and then do the Australian dollar to pesos and then Australian dollar to Thai baht, I find that a lot of the places in the Philippines are just as cheap. And that, nothing against Thailand. I'm just saying because a lot of these guys get on there and they start criticising, saying, "Oh, it's so expensive, blah blah blah," the Philippines. But when I do the conversion, I think it works out cheaper because what do you get in Australian baht now? It's only Australian dollar to baht. It's only in the 20s, isn't it? Whereas you'll get nearly 41 pesos, the Philippine pesos, to the Australian dollar. So yeah. Shout out, Nikolai, shout out. Yeah, the jungle, Dan, the jungles would be cool. I was just finishing reading your message after talking about Thailand, Philippines. The jungle in the Thai would be cool, man. That's the thing, isn't it? The nature of Asia. I mean, you've got in Australia too. But Australia's got pretty dense bushland, but some of the dense bush of Southeast Asia is just cool. Looks amazing. Yeah, no worries. You're welcome, Nikolai. Welcome. Hit subscribe if you haven't, beautiful people. I've got to make this channel grow eventually. I've got to work out all things with passwords and all this stuff, and eventually getting. I'm not worried about getting it too big at the moment. It's just it's a work in progress. Could take 10 years to build the channel, but it doesn't matter, does it? It's there, and yeah. But yeah, hit like, hit subscribe. Oh, thank you for the compliment. Thank you for the compliment. Anyway, I might only go another, I don't know, 8 minutes or so. I've got stuff I've got to organise here. But yeah, in the meantime, we might go outside in a moment. Got to get some things off the clothesline anyway, so I might take you beautiful people outside of me in a moment. Not a huge watch, just bedding stuff, mate. And work shirt and all that sort of jazz. Yeah, jazz. It's like, just stuff, isn't it? Yeah. Leave the work shirt a few more minutes. Leave the sheet a couple more minutes. Just get the little things in. Should be right unlocked for a few minutes. I'm in here. So yeah. Oh, thank you for the sub, kaleidoscope, if that's, I don't know how to pronounce it correctly, but yeah. Thank you very much. Anyway, beautiful people, I might switch off soon. I may try to get back on tonight. I don't know if I'll go to work for a few hours after I do something else, but we'll see what happens tonight, tomorrow morning. I can't say I've thought about particular places because I don't know a lot about Africa, but I have thought about, I had had the thought that going to Africa would be cool. I don't know all the different continents, but just Africa in general, yeah. But I haven't studied up on it to see what place in Africa or anything like that, or thought about it to that point, probably. But yeah, Africa itself would be cool, yeah. All those places, African countries, Asian countries. Europe and that'd be alright too, but Europe's a bit expensive, and I don't know. I'm Australian. No, I'm not saying Europe's exactly the same as Australia, but I mean, it'd probably remind me still of the West. I like to be around people that are different and see different cultures and people that look a bit different and different spicy foods or sweet foods or whatever. So yeah, Africa would be cool. Africa, Thailand, Vietnam. I'd probably like to be sort of half based somewhere close, like Philippines, maybe a bit of Indonesia, and then bounce from place to place a bit. But yeah, all those places, man, all the African, all the Asian countries, probably all little islands like New Zealand, Fiji, because they're close to Australia. You can go over those places for like just a few $100, you know. That's one thing about Australia. We're very far from everywhere else, but we're pretty close to all the Southeast Asian countries and all the little Pacific islands. But we're far from America, far from Europe. Oh yeah, cool. Yeah, I would like to look at England and I'd like to look at America, but if I was going to spend some substantial amount of time in places, it'd probably be somewhere like Africa or Southeast Asia. Yeah. But I think New York would be cool just for the iconic reason, wouldn't it? Just to, and the same with London, just to go and look at some of the London, I don't know, maybe some of the royalty stuff, and go to America and look at some of the big bridges, like the big Hollywood sign and places like that. Oh yeah, those New York apartments. Gee, there's some of those apartments would be smaller than the couch, wouldn't they? And they pay. It's no different to Sydney these days. They pay 1,000 a week, 2,000 a week, 3,000. There's places in Sydney and Bondi, I believe. Respect to the people that what happened in Bondi. But anyway, there's places in Bondi, I believe, that like you'll pay $5,000 a week for an apartment, and like a 1 and 2 bedroom. And yeah, Sydney and New York are about the same with prices, aren't they? But yeah, there's some little places for big money, and I guess if they're up high too on a big high rise and they're trying to get a big couch up there or whatever, is going to be a bit of a mission. But yeah. Anyway, beautiful people, I might switch off because I want to do some other things to get myself organised here to possibly go to work. Take care, people. Be good. As I say, be kind, be respectful. If you don't want to be kind to some people, at least be respectful. Respect goes a long way. Yep, have a great day all. Great evening, great afternoon, whatever. It's all day, isn't it? Whether it's nighttime today, whatever, wherever you are, but it's still day. It's still this day. So yeah, have a great day. Take care. Thank you very much. Yeah, hopefully speak soon. Hope to do on here more often. Sometimes I just don't get on here for a week or so, but, I'm always going to be back as far as I know for now. Thank you very much. Bye-bye. Take care.